Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency market, but for new subscribers, I do go over some other markets and relate it to Bitcoin because I think it's important. Because for the most part, generally speaking, I'm not saying 100% all the time, but for the most part, if the S&P 500 is dropping like a rock, probably Bitcoin is going to be going in the same trend too, more than likely. So I wanted to go over Bitcoin. And by the way, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. It would be really appreciated. Help brother grow a small little channel out. So here's the deal, guys. Bitcoin finished something up there. Well, now that Bitcoin's down here, I'll show you some. Down here in this, I'm in the 12-hour RSI. You want to check this on the daily in different time frames down here, okay? And it's doing a pretty good job of resetting itself. And I know you got the bears out there. You got the bears out there going, Greg, you are out of your mind. That is bearish divergence. How can it continue to go up? And my answer is to those guys that are on YouTube promoting that, go learn how to read RSI in the charts. Go learn how these waves work. Not my problem. Now, I know you can make a mistake. But if you're out there telling Bitcoin's going to 3K, come on, guys. 3K? It's at 23K. So let's start with 12K. I'll go with 12K. That's your argument for 12K. 3K? Come on, guys. Let's be real here. All right. So I guess anything is possible, but right now, I think the probability of something like that happening with Bitcoin is pretty small. Now, could it come back down here? It could. I suppose that it could. Yeah, there's definitely want to be aware of that. So here's the thing. The thing is that it's getting a little bit, I guess you could say concerning for a bullish side is because all the bearish signals that are out there, not so much with Bitcoin, with the S&P 500. I go over here, the S&P 500. I'll show you guys something, okay? Here's the thing you want to just take an overall look at this picture, check everything out. It's hanging out up here for an awfully long time, guys. We need to start seeing a clear downtrend over here, okay? Over here. Now, what's going to happen with the Fed meeting? Raise 25 basis points. That's what the market is saying. So more than likely, is he going to come out with the hawkish thing? We're going to fight inflation because we care about the people. Power to the people, man. We will make sure not everything's so expensive, right? I am sure the Fed will be sending everybody postcards saying, thank you very much for having faith and trust in us. They want you to think that, but hey, however you want to look at that, it's, hey, it's your prerogative. I have my own thing of what those guys do, and they're very good at being able to play hat tricks, guys. Hat tricks is what they like to do, okay? And have a good way of taking money and extracting it from people unknowingly out of their own ignorance. So, here's the situation with this. This needs to start downtrending, guys. We need to start seeing boom, 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 boom. If this is going into a third wave, it doesn't have the behavior of a third wave. Like, look, you come over here, right? It starts going down, boom, and boom. You see over here. Let's go over here to the S&P 500, right? You got a clear downtrend, clear retrace, downtrend, up, downtrend, retrace, downtrend, and now we're over here. You see, there's a difference between this structure and this structure, okay? The biggest difference you can just see, just basic structure, understanding waves. You see how this is kind of crunched together, okay? And it came down corrected, and it's still kind of doing the same thing, okay? So what that's telling me, there's a battle going on. There's a definite battle going on, okay? Between the bulls and the bears. That's what that's telling me. And this right here, guys, is definitely open for the question right here. I know there's all these bearish signals and everything's going on in here. That's undeniable right here. And it's just the signals are saying it wants to go down like that. So here's the thing. What's it going to do? Is it going to come down to here, do a correction? Or is it going to be going like this for a three-wave swing? The more I'm looking at this, the more something like this is more probable, guys. Maybe and then off, okay? You can't rule out with the S&P 500 something like this too, guys. Okay, now retrace over here and then off. Okay, but the more time goes on, let's see what happens after the Fed meeting. the least likely that's going to be going on, guys, in my opinion. So that's good news for Bitcoin. And the other thing is too about this is Bitcoin is not saying this to me, right? If I use Bitcoin. So over here, Bitcoin chart, the Bitcoin chart and the Ethereum chart and some other cryptocurrency charts that I'm going through and looking at is what do I if I was to make a bet right now, my life bet on what would happen next, up. Yeah, that's what I would do, up. Now, whether Bitcoin ends there or goes here or here, the end result will be here. Okay, so the DXY. I want to go over the DXY, guys. Be careful of the DXY. I know it's trending up a little bit, but I think the DXY is doing a little old flat right there, guys. And these flats, see, the issue with the flats, which is a good issue if you're bullish, the flats is that it drags up the RSI. Let's go to an 8-hour chart. You see what it does? Boom, it drags it back up. Drags up the back RSI again, so maybe it can go up a little bit more, and then what can it do? It can continue to do a trend like this. Okay, that's what you want to pay attention to right there with the DXY. Okay, and the same thing with the USDT dominance chart. USDT dominance chart. Okay, here's that fourth wave I've been looking for. Here's the thing. That was my target box. That's 1.618 to 2.618. Why? Because I think the USDT dominance chart, you're 3, and you're 5. Okay? It hasn't made it a target. So with the USDT dominance chart, you can see it came up in there. Let's go to a 12-hour chart. You see how it's getting dragged up in that RSI, just like so. To do what? Probably another one of these swings. So is it going to go up some more? It very well could, guys, and then it's going to do that other swing down. And when it goes up, that means what? Bitcoin maybe down a little bit more. And then this swing up. And that's when Bitcoin may finish this wave over here, guys. Okay. Now, what is this wave sequence? This to me is coming together a little bit more clear. Overall picture on Bitcoin right here, right? So here's a wave sequence, right? And you can pretty much put this together on this 12-hour chart and go, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with your divergence. Okay. Now, why would I say that this is most probable right here? 3, 4, 5. Okay. Is that this wave, you see that wave? Looks like it goes with this wave. Okay. You know, usually that you want to see equality in look and in time, more or less. It's not a definite. It's not like a sure thing, but usually that's what you want to look for. So more than likely, is this the third, fourth, fifth? Okay. So now we have another wave up here. It looks like what I would call a bullish correction. Okay, a bullish correction. So what that is that if you go to a 12-hour chart, it went up in 3, in my opinion. I made a video about this. I said, guys, it could be making a flat. I think that it did make a flat because what do you have right here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 5. But it just made a regular flat. It made a regular flat. You know, these are the targets I look for Bitcoin. This is right here, bouncing off the 22,320, and it could come down to 21,618, and then 21,254. But here's the thing, guys. I wouldn't be counting on that. Could it happen? It could, but that's just I think that would be a luck one right here with this wave that I'm looking at. I think that would be lucky if it's going to go up for this other wave. You know, 22,300, maybe near 22,000 with the wick down there would be probably a little bit more realistic. And let's take a look at the RSI down here in the 12-hour chart. You know, to me, this is starting to look more like how it's supposed to look. Your 1, your 2, your 3, your 4, and then your 5. And if you see this down here, guys, like down here in the RSI, you see this right here. If it's going to be doing, you know, something like that, right? Okay, the fifth wave can go equal like that. You see that move right there? You know how big that could be in price? You know, they're not going to be the same size. They don't have to be the same size, you know, but if it's the same size, look at that. Same size. Let's say it has a lot more momentum and it's a FOMO wave, you know, it could be like that. So that's how I'm looking at it. The only thing that's like making me pause a little bit is the S&P 500 or the traditional financial markets. Okay. They're playing a trick down there. I'm telling you, it's a trick. I'm like, what's the trick? You always got to look for the trick. There's always a trick somewhere in the markets, guys. I'm probably going to be more bullish, maybe on the S&P 500. I see how this plays out, see what happens with the Fed meeting, what's going to go on with it. And because the DXY, you know, the DXY is starting to trend up, right? And it looks like, if you take a look at the overall picture on the DXY on a daily chart, okay, you know, you're thinking, man, how can this continue to go down? You'd be surprised with a wave like this would drag it up and here in the RSI on the daily, and it could continue to swing back down. Or maybe it's going to bounce off that trend. I got a trend right there. Yeah, bounce off that trend and still continue to trend down. You know, this right here, I'm pretty sure is a flat, guys. I think it's a fake out. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, time to go short. Boom, right? And it's going to come up a little bit more. And they're like, oh, yeah, look at me, man. I'm making gains. And then maybe, you know, it just stops right there. And then it starts doing that again. Just like that. You know, it could sit in there for another 2 weeks doing that, guys. So, and the same thing with the S&P 500 a little bit is, you know, you want to see a clear, with the DXY, you want to see that clear trend up. The clear trend up, and the USDT dominance chart is the same thing, guys. You know, this to me, this is opposite of Bitcoin. That's opposite of Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin goes up, this goes down. If Bitcoin goes down, this goes up. But it's complete opposite of Bitcoin. Here's your three-way move. Here's your three-way move, and then it has a 5. I was kind of expecting it to get up in there, and you still can't rule that out, guys. So is there one more drop with Bitcoin? Could be. Could be. It could be. I would wait for the Fed meeting before taking any serious plays, you know, if you're going to do any trades. Personally, that's what I would do. So I'm kind of sitting on my hands. I could be wrong, but just looking at Bitcoin, guys, you know, I'm looking at it, and to me, it just looks like it wants to do another pump, and definitely with Ethereum. Let's go over Ethereum now. You know, I'm looking at Ethereum, guys, here on this 12-hour chart, and, you know, that's looking like a pretty decent like setup right there. You know, the RSI in the 12 hours already back down to 49. And, you know, everybody's, you know, the people that are bearish, you know, I mean, after assets, you have to realize once assets go bullish, they're like, oh, look at that, Greg. Are you out of your mind? How can it continue to go up? So here's the thing, okay, is that if this 1-2, this looks like a 3, there's your third wave peak, right? Boom. There's your divergence on that wave. So you have divergence to your third wave, but now you got this behind it, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Could it play around in here some more? It could, but let's check out the time. Let's check out the time, see what the time's telling us, right? How long has it been in a correction? Let's take the time, take a look at that. Boom, let's say 10 days. It's been in there for 10 days. All right, where would the correction go with that? You see how this one, you see this one would go with this one. So you got this one to this one, right? It looks good. So 10 days from here to here. And oh, by the way, let me go over this too. Here, I'll show you. Let's go here, 4-hour chart maybe. You see that with Ethereum? What's that look like? Right up there. You see where to land right here. So you got a 3-wave move. You got a 3-wave move. And what do you got over here? A 5. It's a flat. It's a flat. Could it come back up and do that? It could. It could. This actually would be the prime target for Ethereum right in this area, guys. At 1,500, 1,500. I'm telling you right here, guys, with Ethereum, you know, I'd be looking like right here for going longs, okay? Not shorts, longs, okay? No Profit Blue, No Profit Blue's chart. This guy, No Profit Blue, he'll come out, you know, and he'll be like, oh, yeah, you know, guys, there's my next target down there like that, okay? If I see that, here's the thing. Here's this thing right here, guys. If I see Ethereum right there, and then I'm still looking at the signals, I'm like, okay, it looks pretty good. Of course, you know, you do a trade, you're like, am I going to screw this up? Because you could always screw it up. These are going to screw up. And then I go to Twitter, I go look at No Profit Blue, and he's got his little chart out, and it says that. I'll be like, okay, now I'm going to ape in my trade. That's how I do it. sometimes, guys. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I did it last time. Last time with No Profit Blue, his name's Profit Blue, actually. But I call him No Profit Blue. Is last time he was right here, he did the same thing. I said, boom, I'll go along. So, you know, because I was like a little nervous and I got confirmation through his chart. But see, this 10-day wave can go with this wave. You see, how long is this wave? 5 days. So second wave can take a little bit shorter. This one's taking a little bit longer, going sideways. This one went deep, and this one's going sideways, guys. So is it off right now? It could be, or has it got one more to go, and then it's off? You know, I'm looking for that 15, 14 target or right in that area, and then come out here. Let's come out here to a daily chart and take a look at Ethereum and the RSI. It looks pretty good, guys, to me. What did it come down to? 55. So you have a wave like this. So here's a wave. Here's Ethereum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then you got another one behind it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And where's the 5 going to go? Think about that, guys. You know, that thing can hit 1900. Think about that. 1900. So you can do a trade. Think about that. Do some sort of trade from here to there. You know, it would be pretty good to me. Be pretty good to me. That's what I'd be checking out while everybody and their brother is going like that. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.